Hannah's back here in the background. She's so excited you're all here. She can barely stand it. Just begin to bring the focus and awareness to your body. And the placement of your body in the space that you're in. Taking in any sounds or smells. The feeling of air on your skin. And feel the breath. Invite a nice, long, deep inhale into your body. And just let the exhale go all at once. And then just begin establishing a nice, steady rhythm with your breath. Offering gratitude for the gift of the breath. The gift of technology that can help us feel connected. And really, we are connected. If we tune into that space in the heart center, believed to be our soul seat. And feel yourself there. The you that is beyond your physical form. And then you can connect your you with each other, right? Sending out those just good vibes from your heart. We can do this anytime we want to feel connected to someone. Past or present. And go ahead and bow your head and open your eyes. And lift your head. And your arms, bring your arms up overhead, interlace the fingers and press the palms up. I'm not used to having Roger next to me doing yoga. Lower your arms and twist to your right, or at least when I'm teaching. We've been practicing yoga some here at home. Good, and then twist to your left. And face the front of your mat, and let's stretch the legs on out. Whee! So as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we're gonna do some moon salutations. The full moon is coming up this Wednesday, and it's recommended that when you do moon salutations, that you don't do them directly on the day of the full moon or the new moon, because there's just a lot of powerful energy swirling around. Bring the soles of the feet together. But moon salutations are great physically, just because they give your arms and wrists and shoulders a break, and they give your legs a chance to really strengthen, and your balance muscles in your core. So it's a fun way to practice. And it's meant to be a little gentler, even though it can be kind of physically challenging. So as you go through the practice, maybe work on finding the sense of ease in the pose. All right, so let's come standing. Make sure it doesn't cut my head off. All right, so stand in Tadasana. Feel your feet beneath you. And we begin the moon salutations with a little flow from fierce pose to forward fold, and then back to fierce pose and back to Tadasana. Ready? Okay. As you inhale, come into Utkatasana. I like to have the big toe mounds touching and the knees touching if you can. So a nice deep squat. We'll take a couple breaths here. Hey, little one. Hey, I see you. Hey. This is a pose that you want to feel fierce and powerful. So you should do it. Fierce pose. And then do a forward fold. Come back to fierce pose or Utkatasana. And then stand in Tadasana. I like her yoga dance. Inhale into Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale back to fierce pose. Exhale, Tadasana. 2 more like that. Get nice and low on your squat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, fierce pose. Exhale, Tadasana. 1 more like that. Fierce pose, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Fierce pose, inhale. Stand tall, Tadasana. Exhale. And now I'm going to be mirroring you. So do your best to do the opposite of everything I say. So you're mirroring them.
Okay.
Okay, shift the weight to your right leg, to your left. Turn your left leg out and stand in a nice tall tree pose, right? So it's okay to leave the left toes on the floor, or you can bring the sole of the foot to the inside of your right leg, either below or above the knee. Good. Engage your abdominal muscles. You can have your hands on the hips or in prayer pose or arms overhead. Do what feels best for your balance and for your shoulders. Now we're going to transition to lunge from here. The safest way to do it is to put your left foot down and just bend forward and step the foot back. But if you want to challenge your balance, you pick up that left leg and just step it on back. There you go. Nice high lunge, good. Drop that right hip and hug it in towards the left inner thigh. Lift your belly muscles and reach up through the arms and the fingers. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, hands to the floor, left foot forward, forward fold. Good. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Shifting your weight now to your left leg. Get a nice Tadasana stance there in the left leg, supporting you. And turn the right leg out, coming into Vrikshasana or tree pose. Place the hands at a place where you feel stable. Engage those abdominals, lengthen all the way through the crown of the head. And transition in your own way back to high lunge. And if it bothers your arms or shoulders to raise the arms overhead, you can do high lunge with hands in prayer or on hips. Lots of options here. Sink down into that left hip and hug it in towards the right inner thigh. Lift the low belly and reach up through the arms and fingertips. Inhale. As you exhale, circle the hands down. Right foot forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck. Bring the big toe mounds together to touch. Sink the hips nice and low and lift the torso away from your thighs. Utkatasana. Inhale here. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. One more like that. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Starting back at tree pose, standing on the right leg. Good. So again, you can bring that sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Just avoid putting the foot directly on your knee joint. Nice, steady breathing. Find the ease in the practice. And we transition back to high lunge. Here we go. Whee! Adding 2 poses on here. Lower down, taking that back knee, the left knee to the floor, and let the hips really sink forward and lift your belly up. Nice crescent lunge. And then take the hands down to the floor, probably to the fingertips. We don't have blocks here. And just shoot the hips back towards the back edge of your mat and work to get the right knee as straight as you can. This is an easier practice if your hamstrings are tight, if you have blocks. All right. Then bend your right knee, curl the left toes under and step forward, Uttanasana. Come all the way up. Tadasana. Shift the weight into your left leg and come into Vrikshasana on the left. Oh, that's cute. They're opposite legs. Good job, girls. You're doing great. Woo! I think it's time for a beer. Good. And we'll transition back to high lunge. Here we go. High lunge. And then lower the back knee to the mat. If this hurts your knees to do this pose this way, you can also stay in high lunge. And then when we move the leg back straight, you can just keep that back knee off the floor. All right. So now hips go back. Pull the left toes towards the shin. Isn't that lovely? It's awesome. Great stretch for the back of the left leg. Toes towards the shin. There you go. All right. Put the left foot on the floor. Curl the right toes under. Uttanasana, forward fold. Come on. Oh wait, not yet. Bring the big toe mounds together. Sink the hips, bend those knees, and then keep the hips low. Lift the torso off the thighs. Utkatasana. Broaden the chest. Open your heart space. Bring the arms to a place that feels good for you. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. One more time, fierce pose. And Tadasana. Vrikshasana on the right. Adding on, nice little tree pose. Where'd Mel go? Oh, there she is. Hey, Mel. All right, coming into high lunge on the right. So step that left foot back. High lunge. Lower the back knee. Let those hips move forward and belly lift up. Move the hips back. Bring the right toes towards the shin. Find the ease in the pose. Good. And then bend the right knee. You're going to put your right hand on your right thigh and then curl, or rather tuck the left toes under and pivot the heel around. So align the right heel That's the front foot with your left arch. That's your back foot. And then come to warrior two. I'm sweating a little bit. Nice. Hug the outer edge of your left foot to the mat. Lift the inner arch away from the floor. Lower the shoulders away from the ears. Now, triangle pose. Straighten the right knee. Reach out over the right leg. Place the right hand on the shin or on a block if you have it. And roll the left shoulder open, reach up through the left arm and fingers. Bend the front knee, place the hands on the floor, lift the back heel and step forward with Uttanasana. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Vrikshasana on the left. So shift the weight to your left foot. It's not always easy. And sometimes one side is easier than the other to balance on. Most of the time, that's the case. All right, away we go. High lunge. Here we go. Woo-hoo. Yay. High lunge on the left. Drop that left hip. Lift the belly muscles. Take the back knee down. Crescent lunge. It's okay in crescent lunge if that front knee, the left knee, goes past the ankle a little bit. And then Ardha Hanumanasana. That means half monkey pose. Bring or just pain, right? Bring the left toes towards the left shin. Ooh, lift the left buttock bone up and away. Oh, that feels so good. And then bend the left knee, left hand to the thigh. Curl the right toes under, pivot the heel around. Align the left heel with the right arch and come to warrior two. Lift the inner arch of the right foot away from the floor. Hug the outer edge of the right foot to the floor. Lift the lower belly muscles. Straighten the front knee. That's your right knee. Left knee, left knee. Come out into triangle pose. Left hand on the shin or block. Right arm up. Allow both feet to reach down and out into the earth. Then bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Step the back foot forward with Uttanasana. Toe mounds come together, the big ones. Come together, big toe mounds. That's all I got. Okay, bend the knees, sink the hips. Utkatasana. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Woo. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Woo. Do it again. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Stand in Tadasana. Guess what? We're adding on 2 more poses. So shift the weight into your right foot. Come into tree pose. So starting from the beginning in Vrikshasana. Tree. Here we are. Alive and well. Let's come to high lunge. Here we go. Left foot back. Drop that right hip down and move it in towards the left inner thigh. Lower the back knee to the floor. Oh. And then half monkey pose. Woo, right toes come towards the shin. With the knee as straight as you can without injury. Lift the right thigh bone up and away. And then come to warrior two. Bending that right knee, circling the left heel around. Ta-da! Triangle pose, straighten the front knee. Whee! You all are in luck. I'm editing this variation of the moon salutation, and we're not doing half moon because it's pretty challenging to do, and I don't want to teach it without being there with you to offer props and modification. So from here, we're coming to side angle pose. Bend the front knee, put your left hand on your hip. Bend the front knee, just like warrior two. Put the right forearm on the right thigh. Roll your chest open, and then bring the left arm out over the ear with the palm facing the floor. You can either look straight ahead or down at the right foot, or you can look way up to the left fingertips. Good. Now come up. You'll be facing that wide edge of your mat. Turn your feet out so that they're kind of pointing at a 45-degree angle, and the knees go in the same direction as the feet. And then sink your hips. Ta-da! This is goddess pose. The moon has the feminine energy, the yin energy, and so this is goddess pose, harnessing that energy. We are made up of masculine and feminine energies both. Woo! This probably feels really good on your legs right now. Notice I said it was an easy practice for your arms, but I didn't say anything about it being easy on your legs. All right, as you straighten the knees, you can take the arms out and create a 5-pointed star. Whee! Okay, bend the front knee, hands to the floor, step the back foot forward, Uttanasana, forward pose. Come all the way up. So if you all were counting, I actually added 3 poses instead of 2. Were you counting? Oh. Shift the weight into your left foot and leg and come into Vrikshasana. Here we go. Notice if your tree is getting easier to balance in, right? The more we do it, sometimes it gets easier throughout the practice. Sometimes the fatigue in our legs makes it harder. There's no right or wrong answer or experience. All right, so let's step back to high lunge. I'm working up a nice little thirst. Take your back knee down. Low lunge, nice crescent moon lunge. Roger's favorite, Ardha Hanumanasana. Oh, yeah. I think he's telepathically cussing me out. All right, bend the right knee, or sorry, left knee. Come to warrior two on the left. Shoulders away from your ears. There you go. Lift the belly, lift the heart. Triangle pose. Straighten the left knee and come out over the left leg. Left hand to the shin or block. Right arm up. Triangle pose. Feel expansive. Find the sukha or the ease. Now, place the right hand on the right hip. Bend the left knee so that it's over the left ankle. Left forearm to the left thigh. There you go. And then reach the right arm out over the right ear. Palm faces the floor and fingertips reach for the sky. You got a friend in me. Every time I say reach for the sky, I can go that. Okay, so come up, Toy Story and Woody. Okay, turn your both feet so that they're pointing out at a 45-degree angle, coming into goddess pose. A nice deep squat. Belly is lifting, heart is open. You can have your hands on the thighs or hands in prayer. There is a variation I like to do with the arms. If you're able to follow along, you can. On the inhale, reach the arms up overhead. On the exhale, arms go out like a T and fingers point up. Nope, the other way. Flex your hand, flex your wrist. Extend your wrist like this. Exhale, hands go down, palms face each other in front of you. And then hands to the heart. Okay, straighten the knees for a second. We're going to try that one more time. Roger hasn't rehearsed this before. Come into goddess pose. All right, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms out to the side. Come on, both. Hands down, inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale. One more time if you got it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out. Inhale, arms down. Exhale, hands to prayer. Woo, straighten knees. And just open your arms like a 5-point star, like you're in the sky. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Okay, bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Step the back of the forward. Uttanasana. Hey, did you know what? Roger told me I was a weird woman today. I don't care. I am weird. I embrace my weirdness and flaunt it about. Toe mounts touching. Come into Utkatasana, fierce pose. Is anyone else sweating? Anyone? Okay. Inhale here. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, Tadasana. One more, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana. And then Tadasana. Bring your arms up. Take your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders open and give a nice little lift to those arms. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Steady the breathing. And now let's come to a seat. Yay! So come to sitting. Ready for some ab work? Sure. All right. Good sport. All right. So what we're going to do is have the feet in front. So I'm going to turn to the side actually like this. There we go. Feet in front, but lean back a little bit. Place the hands behind your thighs. That way you can really open your chest. Hug the front ribs in and hug the abdominals in. If this is working well for you, pick the shins up off the floor and the feet. If this is working well, you can let go with your hands. Be mindful of those front ribs. I just caught mine poking out. Good, come back. Just sit with crossed legs. Woo. So we're gonna combine that. That's called boat pose or Navasana. That's actually a variation of boat. Boat actually has the legs straight. But we're gonna go from that to Ardha Navasana. Ardha means half. So whenever we do half boat, the upper body rounds. So in boat pose, the chest is open, you have this nice expansive torso. In half boat, it rounds. So it looks like this. You round your back out like that. Okay? If you need assistance or if doing this with your arms free is too much, place your hands on the floor because you can always just kind of do a little variation of it. You don't have to go full blown half boat. All right? Ready? Okay. Feet to the floor. I feel like I'm cheering. Ready? Okay. Feet to the floor. And start with the hands behind the thighs. Get your chest nice and open. Then lean back onto your buttock bones. I need more cushion under my buttock bones. Okay. There we go. All right, thanks for waiting. And then maybe let go of your arms. Keep the chest nice and expansive. If you're able to straighten the legs, go for it. And then come down into half boat, howling out the belly, rounding the shoulders, and then come back to boat pose. And then back to half boat. Boat, half boat. Boat, half boat. Boat, and done. Sitting cross-legged. Woo. Well, that was some fun abdominal work, wouldn't you say? Getting it all primed and ready for the sun's. All right, so now to stretch out the abdominals, we'll do bridge pose. I'm actually going to, again, turn to the side. That way when I go to bridge pose, the view is a little bit better for the viewer. Okay. So are you gonna go to your side too? All right, so lie on your back, feet hip distance apart. And just pause here. Check in with your breathing. Yeah, there you go. Bring this feet a little closer. Okay. Now, connecting your feet to the mat. Just begin to push the feet into the floor and slowly lift the pelvis away from the floor. Lift the back body away from the floor. Press into those arms. Don't force anything here. And remember, in bridge pose, we don't turn the head because that twists the neck. And the neck is part of the spine. And the big rule is that we don't do twists when we're back bending. Lower down. Nice. Maybe separate the feet a little bit. Let the knees knock towards each other. Feel the ease coming back to the breath. So when I think of Toy Story, this lamp thing, it reminds me of the claw. Oh, yes. The claw. All right, so one more bridge pose. Feet are hip distance apart. Make sure the knees stay pointing in the same direction as the toes, right? Because sometimes the knees like to go pointing out side to side, and we want them just to stay pointing straight forward. So lift on up into bridge pose. Good. Come on down. Separate the feet a little bit, maybe mat distance or wider, so the knees can fall towards the center and rest on each other. Roll to one side, and we've got one more little stretch. And this one is a little more introspective, which is nice, especially around the time of the moon. You know, full moons are about getting rid of things that no longer serve you, and the new moons are about new beginnings and stuff like that. So it's a good time to just go within. And so a really good pose for that is child's pose or downward facing hero. In child's pose, the legs stay together and you bow over the legs. In downward facing hero, the knees go out to the sides. So just come to either one of those and reach your arms out in front of you. And let the head rest on the floor. If the head doesn't go to the floor, you can create some height using your forearms or hands for your forehead to rest on. And then a little energetic tip that I learned about this pose from a teacher, Bo Forbes. She wrote the book, Yoga for Emotional Balance. If you're in downward facing hero and the knees are out to the sides, you can sort of create this little connected circuit if you bring the arms back beside you. So my elbows aren't quite touching my knees. I actually have a little bit to the outside because that feels better for me. Then the hands touch and the forehead goes down between the hands. But everything's kind of touching and creating this nice closed circuit. This is really good if you tend to operate high on the empath scale, where you kind of take on the feelings of others and those around you. So when you do the pose this way, it's a really good battery recharge. And oftentimes when we're focused on others or taking on the energy of others, we forget to focus on ourselves. Pardon me. So 3 questions that my teacher gave me to ask periodically. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? All right. Slide the hands under the shoulders and come up. And we're going to set up in Shavasana. Yay! So make yourselves very comfortable. I've got a little frog in my throat. Lie down in Shavasana. Let's see. Surrender to gravity. We are beautifully nestled between Mother Earth and the Father Sky. Surrounded in light and love. And you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. And just turn the knee off. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Just take a nice deep breath. And bend the knees and place your feet on the floor. Rock your knees from side to side. Roll over to one side. Press your hands into the floor and come up to a seated position. It's so wonderful to connect with you all this morning or this midday. Namaste.